Welcome to Mirth, Magic, and Mayhem, the AARPG's new actual play series using the Dragonbane RPG by Free League Publishing. I'm Nathan, your host, co-GM, and I'll also be playing Brains, the Idiot Wolfkin Thief. Let's meet my friends and fellow cast members.
I'm Malcolm, your co-GM. I'll also be playing Corinne Rhinesmith, the judgy halfling bard.
Hi, I'm Tyr, and I'll be playing Dane Ringson, a human scatterbrain scholar.
I'm Chris, and I'm playing Sigyn, Elfin Huntress.
Hey all, this is Anthony, and I play Kurgan, and he wants to remind you,
you should go and get stuffed.
Hello everyone, this is Sean. I will be playing Baylor Banefire, a dwarf artisan specialist.
I'm Tim, AARPG's latest temporary double seeker probationary player. I play Quiverwing, the enchanting mallard whose spellbinding plumage shivers like distant lightning on a moonlit night.
Together, we'll explore ancient secrets of a long-forgotten empire, facing challenges and forging our destiny in a world where every castle, cave, and crypt holds the echoes of a bygone era. Get ready for an epic journey filled with laughter, suspense, and unforgettable moments in the Misty Vale.
So are we ready to play Dragonbane?
It's like this.
He better be, yes.
He's got that corkscrew.
When I say dragon, you say...
Corkscrew penis!
When I say dragon, you say...
Bean.
I wasn't right.
There we go. Okay,
Mr. Wade.
Dragon Ball?
We can't say that.
So that's our intro. I'm not...
What?
I don't feel like saying the other thing tonight because I feel special. So
Are you just gonna use an older version and just?
He feels
Yeah, just-
special.
No, that was it.
Together.
That was the intro.
Oh,
that was the
so
intro to the show.
special.
Our show has started now.
He feels
No,
special.
no.
What?
You're giving them the government shutdown special.
Why are
You don't get
why are you
everything.
not doing all
They'll
the,
get it at the end.
He'll fix it in post.
Hopefully, by the time this airs, the government will be back open.
Hopefully.
There will be no internet by then.
We will all use stone tools.
We'll be passing this out on burnt CDRs.
We will only play first edition D&D.
I found this ancient technology called a floppy.
Between your legs?
Yeah.
I got a hard
ancient.
drive.
I got a thumb drive.
Very small capacity, though.
So now intro. And we're ready
That
to
was the
start.
intro. Everybody, we've started the
Malcolm,
show.
you can do any
They're
intro
already
you want.
listening. No, he can't. I did the intro.
Yes, he can. He's the games master.
I mean, no.
Point of order, sir. As
He
a
does-
lawyer, he is the games master.
He does the intro. I just run the
I have
game.
not passed the baton yet.
Would you pass the freaking stick?
Again, another reason I don't want to go to. Yeah, I don't want to get a game weekend.
All right. So we're playing Dragonbane. It's episode 11. Is our episode 12. But for you, it's episode 11.
Surprise.
Enjoy. And cheers, Malcolm. It's off to you.
You can undertake a quest to find the actual episode 11.
Like, subscribe,
And stop the quest.
podcast,
Follow,
buy merch.
review. Tell us your thoughts about Sean.
Well,
Fuck Sean.
Episode 10A will only be available for our Patreon supporters.
Patreons.
Well, there goes me.
OnlyFans.
all right. Welcome to Dragonbane, Adventures in Myth, Mayhem, and Mystery. As we last left off, our adventurers, having defeated the skeletons that came up the stairs and taking a bit of damage themselves, have chosen to camp out in the tower on the bottom floor, staking out and watching, once again, having a rotating watch over the entrance, or at least the portal down to the darkness and the stairwell, as well as the outside. They managed to pass the entire shift without incident.
Our wish sign language interpreter is very disappointing.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just tired as duck.
Okay, that's it. Good night, everybody.
We are done. Only to rise as the morning, As the trees, which are partially within the tower and outside, are filled with the sound of birds, and light shines through the dappling leaves above into the tower's interior, our adventurers begin their day. They're still in the round, unfinished tower. A tower that is still the stairwell going down into darkness. There are still the fragments of the skeletons they destroyed the night before. What are your plans?
Well, we did scatter those bones just in case anything tried to fuck with us.
Okay, so you have scattered the bones.
Except the one I kept.
Except for the
Yes.
one you kept. Did you scatter them within the tower or outside the tower, or you just?
Didn't they have chainmail?
Some of them did.
Some of them did have chainmails. Others had rotting on, various leather in various states of conditions.
They had some craptacular weapons, except for the crossbows, I believe.
There were two that had crossbows that were quickly destroyed. I think
They had
and then there were
chainmail.
two with chainmail who also had long swords and large shields.
And it was human-sized.
Yes, they appear to be, it appears that the original ken of these skeletons was human.
So I think our plans were to descend into the steps from which they came.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
I do believe I worked on your armor.
Do we
Find
have? I guess the only one, the only human-sized person we have is Corinne, right?
I'm
I'm human-sized.
I'm also a human.
Oh,
No.
I just assumed you were halfling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dane, Dane Corinne
Could be a halfling
and
of unusual
Brain can all
size. I
fit
mean, that
the-
would not be bad.
can fit a human-sized
Am I
or
a halfling?
humanoid armor. Yeah.
Halfling with giganticism.
It's am I? Is it? I don't.
It's entirely possible.
Is there a mark? 'Cause
I'll tell you
I
what.
can-
Actually, Card go. You're
I'll
absolutely
read a,
not
I'll
a
read a book
halfling.
on it.
There's nothing even remotely halfling about you. You're overly tall and probably cursed to that.
And I
Well, I
have.
think you should wear chainmail then.
I also have different colored eyes. Heterochromism.
Oh, you can fix that. You just pluck out one, and then you just have this one colored eye.
No, I quite like them.
Oh, okay. I guess that works for you.
Are you using both of them? I mean,
Every chance I get.
So we healed all conditions. Yes, with
All
the
conditions have been healed. Willpower has been restored. Hit points have been renewed. Scars have healed. Egos have been unbruised.
Yeah, I feel ready. I'm raring to go. I can carry you guys again for another day.
Spells have been remembered. And you have pretty much your entire party. So you have, Balor, Banefire, Dane, Son, Brains, Signy, the Guardian of the Night Sky, Corin Stornhammer, and Corinne Rhinesmith.
Well, I will light my lantern for what oil is left in it, or I'll take one of those magical torches out.
Which do you take out? Do you take out the magical torch?
I will take out the magical torch.
Okay. Well, it does not immediately light.
Oh, can we try using the flint and steel on it
It lights up and begins to burn.
with the blue light?
No.
No,
You didn't sleep with it to attune yourself to it.
wrong game.
I required consent.
The question is, I don't recall if you guys ever lit these torches until now, as I recall.
Well, we thought they were there. We thought they were ever burning torches. They never went out.
So what's the magic word? Is it burn, baby, burn?
They burned. They did not burn or diminish when they were in the burrow.
Well, anyway, so I have. I'll pack the lantern away and just have this regular torch right now.
Okay. So we have one person with light. None of you have any ability to see the dark, as far as I'm aware.
No, just to. Yeah,
is
I have
day-
a, I have a torch from Tinder
It is
as
morning.
well.
But the light from the sun does not penetrate down into the depths of the tower, let alone down the stairwell into darkness. Who is carrying a lantern or light?
I have a torch.
I will carry one.
And understand that that hand will be occupied unless you drop it.
Yeah, I'll carry torch too.
Are there still swords about that people aren't using?
Yeah, there's two of the skeletons.
Does anyone want one of these?
No thanks.
I will look the part of a hero and stick one, wear it on my armor.
I'll
Would you like
I'll
a
take an extra
scabbard
sword.
with that?
Yes, I would like a scabbard for it as well.
Yeah, there's a scabbard for each of the long swords, and each of the skeletons also had shields, large shields, and they had chainmail as well.
I'll take a sword.
The one thing to note about the skeletons that were wearing the chainmail and have the long swords and the shields, these are in fair condition. Just like the crossbows and the short swords.
What
Though the armor
size
of the other
shield?
ones- Large.
I'll take the large shield. I have a small shield. I'll swap it out.
Aren't you a halfling?
Aren't you a halfling? Make certain that you can, make certain that as far as gear wise, you'll be okay. But yeah, I don't know.
Here's our halfling hiding behind a door.
Like carrying it.
It could work maybe, and that's it. That could be a thing. But yeah,
Holy shit! Yeah, keep the shields. They're worth
Yeah.
4 gold and 12 gold.
the only thing you need to worry about as far as a shield, as far as being a halfling, is the strength requirement.
Is there a skill to use a shield?
Okay, if you have a shield drawn, you can parry with it instead of your weapon. There's no skill for shields. Instead, you can use your strength-based melee skill, any of them except for knives and staves, to parry with a shield. So whatever you're good with. Good to know.
Everything except knives.
And staves.
Okay, well, I want to do
Let's
this
do
long
much
sword.
good.
Anybody guess anything else? Bueller?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I don't,
Okay, so basically in one shift you can basically actually in one stretch you can sharpen a bladed or pointed weapon. So you could have it's a cost you could like 3 willpower to do that.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do the.
You could
I'll do the
spend
long
like
sword.
and you could probably spend like a couple of stretches doing a number of weapons. Like
Yeah. So,
You
and what does that do for me? The sharpening. It gives me a
what
bonus,
that
I think.
does is the effect. Basically, it sharpens the weapon against. So basically, the armor rating is reduced 1 step lower. And it wears off after 1 attack. So the first attack they use it, any armor they attack is 1 step lower as far as its defense.
Oh, sounds good to me. I've used my willpower.
I'll grab a shield too. I have a strength of 13, so I'll grab the large shield.
Okay.
Dane picks up the longsword, is just playing with it in the scabbard, and it's obvious that he's never held one before in his life.
That seems entertaining.
Pointy end forward.
I'd grab the long sword, but if you want to use it,
Oh, I have no idea how to use this. So you need it? Take it.
yeah, that's why I sharpened it.
Oh,
well, there's more. There's more than one.
yeah. There's two. There's two. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think. Did you grab? I'm not sure if. Well, yeah. I'm not certain if Koopa's character grabbed the other one or not. I don't really know.
Oh, I don't need it. I was.
I did grab the sword and shield.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Then
your
I
fighter
reluctantly
and your
give it up.
blacksmith have a shield and have picked up the shield, longsword, and the large shield from the skeletons that were downed. You have lighting, you have torches, you have an opportunity. The stairs, once again, hug the wall of the tower, but because the lower part of the tower is finished, it is simply a vaulting sort of tunnel that goes down with the tower wall on your right and the interior wall on the left. What is the marching order in which we are going and descending into darkness?
I mean,
I'll go down first.
I'll go. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want me to go
I don't
down
think
first?
that's the best idea.
Oh, okay.
The
I was
brains
just
has the
offering-
best sniffer.
I just wanted to help.
I would like the middle.
Yeah, brains first. I'll follow behind brains.
Yeah.
I'll be next to Corinne.
So brains, Corinne.
No,
No.
Brain,
Siggy.
Corinne and
Siggy.
Quiverwing.
Quiverwing. Karen. So, wait, no, never mind. Hold on.
There's
Let
only
me
one.
just do this again. Let me do this again. Okay. So we have Brain in the front.
Yes.
Siggy, you're coming next.
Correct.
Who's coming after Siggy? Baylor.
It'll be Corinne and Quivering.
Okay, Corinne and Quiverwing. Dave.
And then we got Dane and then the halfling that thinks he's a dwarf. I can't remember your name.
Corgan.
Sorry.
You're
I'll take up the rear.
Corgan.
Corgan, you're fighter.
Corgan.
Yes.
So as they're all hashing this and they're walking down, like Dane is just going to be standing there, like, but I guess I'll go.
We need to
last.
make sure you're
No,
safe.
Corgan's last.
Corgan's after you.
I
Where's
said I'll
last?
take up the rear.
Now, who else had torches again?
I had a torch.
I know you did, but who else besides Bane?
Have Twitch.
Okay, so that's
Baylor.
2 torches. Okay.
And I have a flint and steel that I can. It's a totally normal
Okay.
torch.
So, Brain and Siggy, you're relying on Baylor's light to show you the way as far as that. Anyway, you proceed down the stairs with the sufficient lighting you have. Just casually noting that along the edge of the stairs, there seems to be like a groove-like channel, and the stairs end in what appears to be a short landing, landing up no more than about maybe, I guess, 2 meters in length and ending in what looks like a wooden door.
Okay, and is it like iron-bound wooden doors or a lock?
The door appears to be iron-bound and almost sort of glistening in color. You also notice that the floor appears to be a metal grate, as opposed to being like the stone stops at the stairs, and it's a metal grate from this end of the stairs to the door.
Oh,
So
can we look down, or is it just pitch black through the grate?
The water drained down the stairwell.
It's pitch black through the grate, but you can hear water down there, like the sloshing of some water down there.
So I'll take a listen at the door.
You step upon the metal grate.
Yes, I do.
I do not. We'd see what happens with him.
You step across on the metal grate.
Quietly, if I can.
Do you? Try and be stealthy?
Yeah. I don't want to go clang. You want me to roll?
Well, I can just guess what happens if you'd like.
you guess I'm successful because I rolled a 6.
You successfully sneak across the grate to the door.
Inch by inch.
You are very sneaky as far as you are aware. And you listen
Yes.
at the door. Why don't you give me an awareness roll?
Ooh, that's one of my good ones. But I rolled a 19. And I have a 7, so.
Though the door, you imagine, is probably of some substantial thickness. You can hear some chanting from beyond the door. There's also you can also pick up a smell that seems to barely permeate through the door. There's notes of sandalwood and leather, maybe parchment and aged wood, but that could be the door, the aged wood part.
I want to make sure you understand I failed. Like
Oh, I thought you
miserably.
succeeded. I'm so sorry.
No. I rolled a 19. I have a 7.
I thought you said you rolled. Oh my God, that was for sneak. Oh, well. Yes, you hear chanting. Yes, you smell sandalwood.
Okay.
It's getting louder.
Sandalwood?
The sandalwood.
I can't hear you with all the sandalwood in here.
And you do think you definitely smell roast potatoes and rosemary.
I point at the door and I go make like mouth movements with my hands.
What's the matter, boy? Are you hungry?
So Brain, Siggy, and Balor. Well, Siggy and Balor, you can see him holding up his hands and moving, making
Puppets.
Some sort
Just
of puppets, which, in the light aren't particularly good shadow puppets at all. The rest of the party is still in the stairs. Some of them can see him, but it's not particularly clear why or what he wants.
Do you wish to have a conversation? Is that it?
I point at the door and I like make
Has he gone rabid?
I think he's always like this. I think he's trying to tell us he hears somebody speaking.
Oh. Well, you're very good at this. You should keep her around.
So I break out my lockpicks and I'll see if I'll try to pick the lock. I don't even know it's locked, but I'm gonna assume it's locked.
Just gonna pick the lock on an open door.
Does anyone have any oil?
Yes.
May I have some for a moment?
Hold on. Let me just...
What's the skill to do lock picking?
I don't know. Even
Sleight of hand, I would assume.
Yeah, I think it's sleight of hand.
Or sneaking?
No, quite sleight of hand. Balor, pass this oil forward to Siggy.
So, the first thing I'm going to do, though, is take the oil and oil any visible hinges on the door.
Okay. So you step up onto the grate to the door. You do notice that, yes, you can find the hinges on the door. The one thing is also, as I said before, it was glistening. It appears as if the door has been, coated with something to repel water.
Oh.
Oh,
Would it be like oil?
fat cock.
Well, it depends on what those... basically, the area is crowded now with 3 people there. Or 2 people. So Siggy can take a look if she wants to determine what that is, but...
I will take a look.
Yeah. It appears not necessarily to be oil. It appears to be almost like they've rubbed wax on the door. Rubbed it heavily with some sort of wax or...
Wax on, wax off.
Which doesn't have an unpleasant smell either.
Yes.
It's not bad.
I'm back here.
Dan, can you think of any reason why someone would wax a door?
Wax is protectant. It repels moisture.
I still oil the hinges.
It will preserve a lot of things, including wood.
And as you put the oil on the hinges, one thing you notice is the hinges do look well oiled, actually.
And what are you doing?
Okay.
These are fine. The store will work fine.
I'm trying not to alert the people inside.
This was submerged underwater, wasn't it?
I believe
you
it
don't
was.
think it's submerged underwater, but it just probably gets a lot of water splashed on it.
Yeah. The wax would repel that water.
So
That makes absolute sense.
Have you tried actually opening the door?
Sure, I'll
Brains.
try right now.
Well, wait.
we're just kind of crowded up here, guys. What are you guys doing?
I'm staying back.
As I was waiting for, I just need to get So Brain was attempting to try and open the door.
So I have simple lock picks, which means I don't get a bane when trying to use sleight of hand.
I didn't. I was I thought they were some. Okay.
Advanced lock picks give me a boon, so I just roll 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Good.
And I have a 14, so I succeed.
Excellent. You succeed, and discovering that block picks in a are able to they're actually able to move the tumblers and switch it around. It is a rather surprisingly sophisticated lock, you think, but every lock is sophisticated as far as you're concerned, I guess. And you've unlocked the door.
I like the challenge. It's like
the door has been unlocked.
I give everyone the thumbs up, and I go for the. Is it like a knob or like a lever kind of thing? What kind
It's
of?
It's actually a handle you pull up.
Pull up. Okay, I will do that and try to. I'll lift that up and try to push the door open slowly.
I will ready my bow.
There's a slight creak in the grate as you push the door open. The 3 of you are immediately hit with an overpowering, hammer to the nose smell of sandalwood, leather, parchment, and aged wood. It's like you walk into a Bed Bath and Beyond, or something. It's like, ooh,
My beard.
Oh my God! I think we've stumbled upon a library.
That's the first thing.
Is there a fright check or something associated with it?
I failed it immediately.
Yeah,
Automatically failed it.
It is kind of unnerving, and then and of course it's bright light because there's apparently like large sort of candelabra like chandeliers hanging over this chamber as you are sort of stepping out on basically another landing up. You're higher above the rest of the room in this large circular chamber, which is a little bit bigger than the circumference of the tower. There are 2 chandeliers, a number of tables, long tables, which are in there, which are covered with all sorts of bottles and crap, and number of and a ridiculously large number of candles. There is on the far wall there is like 3 large oval-like shaped windows, and around them there's also like 3 tapestries which hang, and below those tapestries in the central part of the floor. Actually, what is it? Close to that far
Why
wall.
are there windows? Are we underground?
Yes, those windows appear to be black as night with sparkling stars in them. There is down there, among the tables, there is a large sort of cauldron which is bubbling up amidst these sort of tables surrounded by candles and so forth. And behind that, close to the far wall from you, there is a large sort of dais with a huge, almost like stone bowl floating above it. The thing is, you also, stone bowl floating above it. There is a man standing in front of that bowl looking into it. Behind him, there are several shelves that seem to have skulls in them, which are all chanting, which seems to fill the entire chamber. Not with only smell, but they're chanting skulls.
And his back's to us?
No, his back is not to you.
Are they in harmony? Do they sound good?
His back is not to you, but he does not appear to be paying attention to you. He appears to be looking into his bowl. Flanking him, and suddenly sort of turning their heads up towards you, are 2 skeletons wearing chainmail with heavy with large shields and sheathed long swords. Also, as you enter, and there's a chanting, there's a strong smell, there's a bright light, and then there is this echoing voice which proclaims when you open the door, "Who dares come uninvited into the sanctum of the Archmage Khazar Murg the Lesser at this beastly hour?"
What
I?
what kind of mage names himself the Lesser?
Who? Yes. Who? What? I don't speak to lessers. You've annoyed me for the last time. Kill him. And I spread away from my companions.
Okay. So the chamber is pretty widely open as far as it's a large, but there are a number of tables that are like just covered with crap in the way before you get to him. Not a particularly easy path once you get down the stairs to the same level. There are chandeliers. As far as improvised weapons, obviously the chandeliers are available, as well as the bowling cauldron. Just so you know, that's available if you choose to fight. He has only now just looked up from looking in this large bowl, which basically, I think it's sort of like a large stone bowl about maybe a meter wide, floating on a plume of green iridescent smoke. And the chanting skulls continue singing and chanting. They're chanting, really. They're just saying basically 4 short phrases, and that's it, and repeating and repeating.
Do I understand the phrases?
How may we be of service?
What?
It seems to be saying sacred fire, sacred flame, secret pyre, secret shame, and they keep repeating that in unison.
And what language is that in?
Secret shame. We caught him masturbating.
No, it appears to be in the old tongue, whatever that is.
He's masturbating in the old
The
tongue?
old tongue.
I'm about to say.
But he
What's
looks
in
up
that
from his
cauldron?
phone.
My God.
I guess I should describe him. He is a man with a human kin, with a sort of long beard down to maybe his waist. He's wearing a flowing green cape. He has a ornate doublet of green velvet. He has a checkered woolen hoses on, and wooden clogs. He has a pointed three-corn hat and a black staff topped with a pulsating green gemstone in one hand. And he looks up after this vibrating announcement asking you who dares. What do you wish to do?
So I want to ask about our entrance here. So the first three, I imagine the first three people like go in pretty quickly. What are the did the rest of us all just come like,
Whoa.
hey, what's going on here?
No, it's actually, it's actually
I
the
only
door
opened the door.
and
Yeah,
no one
just
stepped in the room. No one stepped in the room.
No, nobody's in the
I'm
room.
going through.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
No, hold on.
We gotta-
So Brains opened the door. I was sitting with him with the bow drawn.
And Balor
And-
dashes through.
And Balor just, I guess,
Pretty
barrels
much.
through.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You don't stay in a fucking doorway.
It's rude.
If the
What was that? I couldn't hear you. I'm stuck in this doorway.
Game Master, can you just describe the hinges of the door? Are the hinges in or out of the room? And more importantly, are they old enough where if I wanted to, could we unhinge the door to cover the grate that's outside?
The hinges are outside the door.
Okay.
With the proper tools, which the only person who has them just dashed into the room.
Yep, that's me.
You could remove the door and cover the grate.
That's was the plan. Okay. All right, guess that's gone. All right. Next.
Just wanted to give you all the facts.
Sure.
I guess that's how we'll be negotiating.
There's no fucking negotiations. It's a fucking necromancer.
All right, Tyr, it's time to say parlay.
Yeah.
So, shall we go with initiatives, I suppose?
Yes.
Do we get a surprise round of the shooting a skeleton?
After you were announced like that, I think not.
All right.
Hello, everybody. I'm Casey.
And I'm Rachel, and we are RP Jesters.
I will allow the DM to retract the dragon.
We are a variety actual play podcast, playing a range of different RPGs.
With each campaign, we walk you through the basics so you can try the game out for yourself.
And we showcase each system with our love of role-playing and dramatic, character-driven stories.
Hey, I died for this. I literally died.
Now you must sleep.
All of my memory scans are on the ship.
What? Bam. We need to send them in now. Activate Team R.
I start firing my blaster rifle.
Every episode is only an hour long, so you know you can fit us into your week.
But we are jesters after all. We love the drama, but we also love to laugh.
And we live to entertain.
What happens with the rocket?
Flies.
Flies? It flies where? Where does it fly?
Maggie!
Oh, okay.
You have been activated.
I can tell you right now, I know for a fact that I am invincible.
We gotta get this rock into the sun.
That's away from the race.
Finger guns and towards the sun.
You have been activated.
Greg is my stepson. He calls me dad now. You just gotta accept it.
So let us invite you to our table.
Where our tales span a whole multiverse of drama and dice.
We are playing
Power in the Dark.
Naughty Crimes Division.
Into the Whalestrom.
Operation Frozen Dark.
The Forbidden Gift.
Midnight Gravity.
Come for the story.
Stay for the jests.
And welcome to the Jester's Court.
You have been activated.
Oh, yeah, we draw cards. That's right.
Oh my gosh. This is going exactly. Not exactly.
Guys, this is the guy. This is our contact. He's gonna give us a job.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it'll be one of the fucking singing skulls on the goddamn
Wait a second.
bookshelf.
You guys are attacking the mage, huh?
Yeah,
I know Balor is planning.
Balor is. Yeah.
So Balor will get your initiative started. 3. Okay.
Oh.
3.
All right, 3. Good. I'll take it.
And just so you know, you don't have to attack. This initiative will just determine it when you go, I guess. So we can do it that way. Quivering, 9. Dane, 10.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Siggy, 2.
Oh, shit.
Condor, 5. Brain, 4. And for Corinne, 8.
What about me? Did you do me yet?
Yeah, you're first. You're
9.
Oh, I'm a 1?
9.
No.
Oh,
9. I'm sorry.
You're the first one drawn.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he was not. He was the second one drawn.
Okay.
And the bad guys will go on 6.
Oh, what was my character? What was
Oh, you are a 5.
Okay.
So, spring into action. Siggy, you are the first to be able to make any type of action or say something or whatever, or hold your friend or say, wait, parlay or something. I don't know what your
I was
intention
going to
is.
say, wait, what? Baylor?
Are you going to make
That's
any
about all
attempt
I
to
get.
stop him? You know, you couldn't even...
I'll be reserving my action.
Okay. Balor. Oh, you're up.
So the guy with the singing, I like this. The guy with the singing skulls on a bookcase with 2 skeletons that has an evil cauldron is chanting. We're going to
No,
freaking
he's not
talk
chanting.
to him.
He's just looking in the cauldron.
Oh, yeah, look, there's probably going to be a
Not
hand
the
that
cauldron.
comes up.
He's
a
looking
minute.
in this large stone bowl that's held up by a pillar of smoke. There's a cauldron elsewhere in the room that's bubbling on an essential fire, surrounded by tables which appear to be, well, I mean, you're a craftsman of some sort.
Yeah, let me make a craftsman roll.
I mean, what is your...
My craftsman is at crafting's at 13. I rolled a 12.
Okay, well, your immediate thought is it looks like maybe it's a candle making station. You don't really know.
That gives me pause. And I'm like, oh shit!
But that's
Is these
but
like
you're
magic candles?
But you've got the sword.
I'm
on.
like sword. I'm like, wait a minute. This might be.
You will have to maneuver through the candle making station to get to him and the 2 skeletons. But I'm just letting you know.
I'll
there is a
maneuver
cauldron
over
in the
and-
middle of that. But yeah,
I just say, hey, what is the meaning of this? What are you doing? And I'm going to hold my action, like as I move from, like, just in case I have to evade something, which I will fail at. But I'm not staying in a doorway where a big mass spell can hit us and kill all of us.
okay. So you've moved into the room.
Mm-hmm.
So, brains.
Yeah, I will. I'll move into the room and to the right and say, "What foul magic are you using here? What are you doing? Are you the master of these evil skeletons?"
But holding
I'm
an
not.
action otherwise.
Yeah,
As you move into the room.
yeah, because I'm afraid.
Now the candle stuff's got me thrown now. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell's this guy just making candles? Creepy candles or something?
The necromancers love the smell of sandalwood.
Corgan. Your companions have dashed from the room. Siggy has held her position at the door with her bow ready. Baylor has run in, demanding what he was doing. Brain has moved into the room as well, demanding what kind of foul magic he's up to or whatever. I mean, it's all that thing. And it's your turn now.
So since I'm in the back, I just look down the stairs where the door is, like where they've all rushed in, and I go, and I just go to the bottom of the stairs and like peek through, totally in the wrong spot, just looking at like, what's this about? So that's what I do.
Okay. Well, the man in the doublet and the clogs.
The man in the doublet.
And the cogs. He looks up and goes, "You the ones who've come and broken into my place, uninvited, without cake?"
Without cake?
That's the evil I see here. You know what time in the morning it is? No, you don't. You don't even care. You're rude. Lingering in doorways. Who raised you?
I was raised by fine families, sir. I will let you know. And your
Paul
skeletons
Cedric,
attacked
watch
us. What do you say?
He said, "Paul, Cedric, watch them." And the skeletons just sort of look at one another and then look at you guys and draw
Yeah, but
their
your
swords.
skeletons attacked us upstairs.
Well, were you in my upstairs?
We were up in a vacant
Were
tower.
you in my upstairs?
There's no sign that says this is occupied. What sort of idiot doesn't do that?
There is completely...
It appears to be an abandoned tower.
There's a sign posted at the nearest village.
There is not. We just came from that village. Have you checked that sign?
Did you check the municipal office of land management?
This is ridiculous. What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm scrying, looking at the very world and seeing all its secrets laid before me, and candle making, of course.
That's what I thought. Well...
Do you have any sense other than sandalwood?
Oh, yes, I do. I do have one that's kind of like a whiskey.
Did you make these fine candles? And all the candles that we took off the corpse, the beeswax candles.
Ooh.
These are very fine quality.
No, I didn't make those candles. I usually go with the bigger candles than those. Well, I mean, I do the small sort of dining candles.
Do you have a number that we could look at, a representative of your work?
And you didn't bring any cake.
Well, I brought candles. I thought you would have the cake.
We have candles.
Turnips.
Well, I didn't know you made the candles. I brought the cake.
How do you feel about turnips?
How do people feel about... Only poor people like turnips. So, yeah, they're fine.
And donkeys.
What?
So they're fine. I don't like them better than cake when I'm disturbed in the morning. Cake.
It's hard to come across a cake out in the wilderness as we are, I'm afraid.
Wait. Hold on. Why are you here? In my house, breaking through my door.
Well, now I'm interested in candles, but...
And before that?
We were set upon by the skeletons upstairs.
Murder?
No, not murder. I'm looking for a book.
Well, unfortunately, I know Outskirt sucks as far as a library, but you can check possibly, maybe... Oh, well, I don't even know if that tower even still
I'm looking
there.
for a very specific book.
Oh, well, in that case, we should probably go to the city.
For Sigma's Enigma? I think not.
Everyone knows that book is too rare to be found. No one's seen it.
Well, except for this letter that says that it's in this location. Or indicates that it might be in this location.
So we read his mail, is what you're telling them.
No, we read someone's mail.
All right. Go get the... Can you hand the letter to my...
Skeletal friend?
Skeletal friend. No, we're not really friends. The skeleton looks back at him. We're not. You work for me. The skeleton walks over and he sheathes the sword and walks over towards you, Dane.
Okay, I have the
Hand
letter.
extended.
I'll hand the letter over to him.
Then open it up. And the skeleton opens it up. His eyes glow for a second, and so does the man's. Well, this is... Oh, the audacity of that goddamn self-righteous. I'm going to send you candles for your doc. You know I...
Who would send candles to a candle maker?
An asshole!
Well, apparently. You have enemies.
Apparently so. So... Why? So you read the mail? Which I'm sure was coming by one of his couriers.
Which was destroyed.
We found his courier.
You found the courier.
We found the courier.
What
Was he in the same condition as the people, as the skeletons I sent upstairs? They were upstairs?
Same as your friend.
Except we didn't do it.
Yes, we found him in that state already.
So you already found him broken and then read the letter and then came here looking for a book. Do you work for Carvago the Mysterious?
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
Malcolm, didn't you tell me that I had met him at some point in the past?
You met someone who claimed to be him, yes.
Okay. I may have met him. I met somebody who claimed to be him at one point.
A lot of people who claim to be who they're not.
Yeah.
When a man lies, he murders some part of the world.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
I mean, this was really kind of improvised. We weren't originally looking for the book, but the book sounded so interesting on a journey for what we were originally looking for.
What are you looking for?
Oh, we're looking for these parts of a statuette, that 5 parts, and here's a drawing.
Take a look. Skeleton walks over and looks at the drawing.
Does it make a sound like brrr, and the lights go up and down in the eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
They do now. I see.
Thanks.
Oh. Well. So you're not with those cultists then?
Oh, no.
Hmm.
No.
We just with
Well,
the
you
money.
mean the cultists that worship Sathmog that left the writing upstairs?
The dragon worshippers. Is that what you're talking
No, the
about?
demon
no,
worshippers.
Demon worshippers.
Yeah, Sathmog is the king of
Not
demons.
the dragon worshippers, good lord. They never knock, and they always destroy the skeletons. Righteous glory, glorious burning flame of truth. We hate your freedom. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
But you also apparently had Sathmog worshippers up there.
Well, I didn't lose any skeletons to them, did I?
Where do you keep getting these skeletons from?
You have to order them in bulk.
I get them from Amazon.
Could you
women.
imagine how? I mean, it's got to be a lot of,
There's probably a lot of them about.
There's a lot to make and a lot of work in making them. I do candles. My friend does the skeletons. So I just buy them in bulk. It's easier. Though
Glad
I
I
do have a
asked.
copy of the Necrolexicon.
Do I know that book?
You can give me a legend lore, I guess. So actually, it's more of a magic thing. So,
Can I take it at a Bane?
yes,
Okay. I'll do myths and legends at a Bane.
Quivering, you can just make a roll if you want to.
I make it with dual fours.
Dual fours. Yes. The Necrolexicon is basically a book about various necromancy sort of practices, overall things to get items and locations, supposedly. It's a secret, like, catalog. But, no one's in the living light has ever seen it. Very rare. If it even apparently it does exist as far as this guy's concerned. And you will not
Has he verified the authenticity of it? That's all. I'll ask you. Have you verified the authenticity of this book?
Well, I'm able to order from it, so apparently it works.
I would say, sir, I am a junior scholar from the Guild of the Book and Candle.
Boo.
If you do own a copy, would you be willing to list yourself as one of the owners?
No.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fine.
People come, you list yourself the owner of a book that people want, they come bothering you, breaking in your place, breaking up your skeletons, not buying your candles. Even though they belong to the candle and book. You're only here for books, you're not even for candles. And I got candles.
I asked about the candles earlier, and I wanted to see.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a buying ask. I was like, I'm going to just
I asked to see the showroom. I wanted to browse.
No, I didn't.
I mean, do you have a showroom? Is it behind the skulls?
No.
Where would it be then? It's not up there.
You don't usually have a skull. You don't have a showroom in your secret sanctum of candle making. You usually have it in town.
You might want to branch out.
No, I just literally have the boys drop off some outside of town, and then they take it. Someone takes it and sells it.
You may
I
not
get the
notice
money
they're
back,
not
and if I
really
don't
great
get my money,
salespeople.
they get a nightly visit.
Look at them. They're not exactly verbose.
They did not approach us with candles upstairs.
I'm totally bored by this conversation, and I'm like examining the shelves around me to see if there's anything valuable I can shove in my pockets.
Well, there are tons of random knickknacks.
Just whatever I can kind of use the shield to kind of block the view of me, kind of like reaching behind me and just grabbing stuff.
One skeleton just watching you the entire time as his head moves around. There are the large tapestries, which are very beautiful, although they have disturbing. I mean, one tapestry depicts a shepherd and all his sheep burning in green fire. The next one shows a knight with his sword raised, wearing shining armor, burning in green fire. And the third one just shows a bunch of cats wearing sweater vests, drinking tea.
Burning in green fire. I'm about to say burning in green fire or burning somebody in green fire, their cats.
Well, no, they're heating their tea with green fire.
Oh, okay. There we go.
It sort of ties it all together.
Okay.
Well, rather, what we are more urgently seeking rather than the book, which is an interesting side endeavor, is an oracle.
The Oracle. Continue west, you'll find her. Be warned. She has taken human sacrifices in the past. And she is not what she seems. No one
I'm
is.
not human.
Yeah, thankfully I'm a wait a minute. We have some humans.
It means we get to ask 2 questions.
And as far as the statue, I would probably check.
Dane is paying attention now.
Yeah.
Well, there are the vaults of the Starcatcher Tower.
The one that glitters like moonlight? The archive of the dragon relic? The dragon empire?
Yes. After all, it was around.
I thought it was lost to time.
No, it is up.
Why are
further
there
north.
so many fucking towers?
Because it was the way to build back in the day. You just build up. No one does.
It's
not this sort of village sprawl we have happening in outskirts.
Huge, wide open land. What is so much harder to build up?
You can see people from a distance, and you can shoot lightning bolt. Or if you're one of those lightning bolt people.
So you said that it's for the
Yes, they
north.
talk to animals and shoot lightning bolts. It makes no sense.
Do you happen to have any more specific directions?
Covering.
Do you have a map, perhaps? More specific directions of where further north it might be?
Well, let me see your map.
Okay.
Show him.
Yeah, I'll hold it up to the scanner.
Well, that's perfectly fine. Go there.
So where on the map?
Go there.
Go there. The skeleton just sort of right. No, my right, your left. And he does point to a structure north of the red scary tree.
Okay.
Is that the Starcatcher Tower, or is it some other object?
Well, it used to be. That's what it was doing back in the day. The Starcatcher Tower.
And the Sentinel Watch? Do you know its location?
Ooh.
Good question.
Sentinel Watch. Don't recall. Terribly sorry.
This
is Vidergard. This is the unfinished, the tower near Ebon Hostra.
Yes. This one wasn't finished because that one was. Or at least the vaults for that one was. Unless you're talking about the Temple of the Purple Flame, it wouldn't go there. Well,
Never heard of that one.
But I wouldn't go there. You can go there.
Why wouldn't you go there?
There's nothing there I want, and they don't buy candles.
But would parts of the statuette be there?
Only if the enemy wants to secure it, or if the orc chieftain hasn't gotten there first.
Malcolm, can I tell what school of magic this mage is from?
Well, the one thing, normally there's a bit more balance as far as, just give me just an awareness roll.
Okay. I rolled a 9, so I think I did it.
Okay. You think maybe he's an elementalist.
Okay.
Understand that there is no actually, as far as necromantic, there's no real, that has not been allowed for you.
Well, he appears to be using a book for that, right? It's not his native magic school.
Yeah, it's not his native magic school, and from what Dane has told you, it's not an actual grimoire. It's sort of a ordering catalog and knowledge. So it's basically a book telling you about necromancy as far as things that are in it, and apparently he uses it to order things from there.
Okay.
And that's basically all you know. But you do notice, he does have, you can tell, like what appears to be like a travel grimoire attached to him. It seems to be latched onto him and so forth. But and you guys have him, probably looking, you need to look around if you see anything else, I guess. Brain, why don't you give me, you're searching, so are you going, you're just looking for random knickknacks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's kind of really okay.
So am I just doing awareness again? Or?
No, I think you're just looking for knickknacks. There's nothing really. I'll give you your balls of yarn and kitty, China kittens, and whatever else you find, I guess, later.
Yeah, just whatever I can fit in my hand, I can shove in my pockets.
There's a number of things. But yeah. And Siggy, you can notice that as, Brain is doing this, one skeleton is watching him, and its eyes flicker from time to time, as well as the, apparently, Kazan Murg, the Lesser's eyes also flash a little bit. But he does not seem to react to what Brain is doing as far as stealing random supplies and stuff out of his chamber at this point.
You're stealing his supplies.
So the Temple of the Purple Flame, you were saying it was here on the map?
Can you read? Can you
not from that far away? I can't look through the skeleton's eyes.
Oh, well, it's okay. Well, that one's go all the way to the marshes. That's where that is.
So Dane's making notes on his map. In his book.
That place in the marshes, that it is. But the Oracle continue west. She is closest to you.
Okay.
So what's in the cauldron? I just want to look.
Don't look, Marion. Keep your eyes shut.
You look into the cauldron. There is a swirl of iridescent, pearly liquid that bubbles and hisses.
Is that wax?
Yes, but it's a special kind of wax. My own secret. Do not touch it. Do not touch the wax. It will burn your fingers.
It's magic candles.
I tick my tip of my sword into it.
Ew.
Pull it out. Well, I could smell this. I want to see if this is a sandalwood smell coming from
there's no. That's the unscented base batch.
Oh.
I will later sent it in other jars. And I think someone's taken one of them, but one of the other jars is what they'll be scented in.
Oh, so you pull the tip up, it is in fact wax.
Yes.
Okay.
Did Brains just steal essence of sage or
yes,
something?
Pretty much.
Game Master, while you guys are conversing, I'm looking around. Am I seeing other means of egress or just trying to see what other features?
Why don't you tell me where you want to be looking for these other points of egress, and then make me a spot hidden road?
I'm looking up.
So I'm going to look at the bases of the tapestries to see if there's any difference in the change of
tapestries.
The wall.
And I'm going to keep engaging this guy with conversation about getting locations about things we heard of.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the Troll Spire.
Yes,
so,
which
I really want to keep. I want to keep him engaged.
Okay, so you're engaged with him. Yeah. Why don't you give me a spot hidden, Koopa? Palor, it is wax on the sword. It doesn't appear. It cools rather quickly, and behaves like it. The thing is, one thing you can tell, it's like it's not like it doesn't have the smell that tallow like wax does, and yet doesn't have a signature sweetness of beeswax. You're not really sure what kind of wax it is, but it is functioning like wax. It is, unless
people. I rolled a 1.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a dragon
good thing.
Well, as far as egress points, you do not see any way in which there is to leave this tower except for the stairs. But you seriously doubt he uses them. You also notice there is, and so that's the thing is there is no apparent way to get out of this tower, other than the stairs that you guys came down to get into. There is no other. There's no even like a hidden door or something. None of that seems to be apparent here. Like you don't like. I mean, you do see other. Which could be other, doors to like probably other rooms, but they seem to be interior spaces as opposed to leading to the outside, and that would be underground. Maybe they could lead to a passage. You'd have to go through one of them to see. But there's nothing obvious in this room that you can leave this room anyway.
So, the tapestries, do any of the landscapes on the tapestry correlate to anything that we either recognize from our journey so far or to landmarks shown on the map?
Give me a spot hidden, I guess would be the best way to do it.
Spot on, 10.
Okay. Only the one with the shepherd. You can see in the background of the hills that he is on and burning, there appears to be some standing stones, not too far, not too dissimilar to those you saw in near around the Ritter Mound. As for the knight, there's nothing that you recognize in his.
But is there any recognizable landmarks on it that I might not recognize now, but if I should happen to see them in the future, like some tower or something that might stand out?
That appear to be, I mean, once again, this appears to be like a series of, there's some standing stones, but there's also something very, very much like a henge that's in the background of this one. Like he is like standing in what appears to be some sort of altar. There are large sort of standing stones around him, but there's a henge that's also in the background that you can see. You could probably recognize it if you saw it again. A henge in very large, menhir standing stones. That you would probably recognize it if you saw it again.
All right, I'll make a note of that and just continue looking about. Well,
yeah. So
the conversation.
As I'm talking to him, I want to as the conversation is going, I want to get closer and closer to the map that he is talking about because I'm getting tired of him pointing it over. I'm like, I just want to see. It's easier than you describing. But anyway, you were telling me about the troll
when you
spot.
pull your map out, he just sort of points and there's
I thought he was pointing at his map.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
The one thing you do realize is that you believe that what he is calling the Starcatcher Tower is in fact the troll spire. You think?
Oh.
Are there actual trolls there?
No, that was just the rumor you heard. It was called. I don't know what the rumor you heard at the time.
So he might be either confusing the two or misleading me.
Or one was his name in the past, and now its name is in the present, or vice versa. Or he could be confusing you, trying to set you astray in some way.
Okay.
Or could have simply gone by a different name that he's aware of.
So there's no other egress that you can see, Kupo, for this man to leave this room. You can check the doors if there's like one door, two doors in this on this office, that are sort of under the stairs, but that's probably a closet, you think, based on it. This doesn't look secure or anything like that. But there is no evidence of any other way of getting out of here except for the stairwell, which, except for you guys going up and down it, you don't really see. You don't imagine this guy using it, particularly with his wooden clogs on.
So, Dane, if I might interject.
Oh, yes, please.
Do you happen to have any animism skills or spells in your book? If so, I'd be open to an exchange of some kind.
No, I'm afraid I do not have any of those in my book. I do have some general spells that may be of use, depending on what you already know.
Oh, interesting.
I'm assuming you don't know elemental spells, magic.
I don't.
Not yet, at least.
Nor do I have the heroic ability that would enable such a thing to even be discussed.
In time, you'll become heroic, unless you die from barging into people's houses and odd hours in the morning without cake. It becomes a habit.
I mean, we oiled your hinges for you.
I literally haven't. I had an oil hinging guy. I think he's broken now.
Look, there was a misunderstanding. We apologize.
They can't exactly explain.
You could put a sign on them. Don't destroy us.
No. It takes away from
usually necromancers are quite evil. So.
Well, I mean, considering the price I paid for them, I would agree.
So what are your general spells that you have that you might be willing to barter for?
Do you know light?
I do not know light.
There's a spell. It's always helpful instead of carrying all these torches and candles and
that's actually a magic trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a trick you don't know, so.
He makes a fair point.
And what about protector?
I don't have protector either.
So that means you probably don't have magic shield either to protect yourself.
Neither, I don't. That's correct.
Oh, that's most unfortunate. You do have dispel, of course, right?
Yes. No, I don't have dispel.
I start backing up to the door.
Well, that is telling. You should have some way to dispel another mage's enchantment and a way to defend yourself from any spell or monstrous creature that may attack you. But, that's what you hear. That's why we almost learn. Expand our horizons. Learn more.
What would you charge me to learn one of these skills?
Telling the cost of these skeletons that you've broken up and how much that set me back. It's going to be quite a pretty penny. Most definitely. Quite a pretty penny gold or so.
I have a sack of turnips I can barter with.
No, you do not have a sack of turnips you can barter with because those are not on the table as far as I'm concerned.
I just sit down on the floor and I start smashing bugs with the magic hammer.
I'm not saying a word about some
but
things.
there is something I could exchange for some learning and forgive some destruction of skeletons.
What's that?
What's that?
A magic hammer?
The hammer.
I pull back and I hide it behind the shield. Just look around. Yeah.
That's funny.
So we're talking to somebody else, right?
If I'm correct, and he walks over to the pool, he looks into it, and the skeletons, the skulls, which appear to be ceramic, begin chanting again. Further back. Yes. Looks at you. Huh.
What? What are you looking at? Well, I don't like the way you're looking at me. Last time somebody looked at me like that, I had a sore butthole.
Hammer. You do not have the spells of defense, and you're our only mage here. You don't like necromancers or skeletons. You're here to get a book that you weren't sent to go fetch, but yet you're here to fetch it. I just say it's very suspicious, that's all.
Am I sensing a lot of judgment from this guy? Am I
You're being very,
reading it
very
wrong?
judgmental. We are the ones who judge here, not you.
Oh. I guess it's my title that gives you some sort of leave to believe superiority.
Archmage? I would say that's a pretty imposing title.
Thank you.
I thought it was less.
I mean, it's a little more imposing than Candlemaker, I have to say.
Well, exactly. Archmage is definitely better.
I mean, there might be some fine candles, though. I don't know.
I love being, Archmage, Karasan,
Again, if you had a display room with the candles, it might be more impressive.
They're sold at shops all around. You don't have a display room in your
Do you have like a symbol that we could look when we're in the shop in town?
Oh, yes.
It's
sort of a skull with a candle on its head.
Oh, well, now we know to look
so
for
original.
Well, it's.
I'm going to mark that down.
It adds to the mystery. Like, ooh, it's a skull candle thing. They just love it, and they just.
We have books back.
Everyone loves the KML candles.
My wife has already bought a dozen. No, really, she has. Just what fucking skull candles. No.
I mean, they don't have skulls. They just have the symbol. That's our logo.
If each of us were to find 10 people who were willing to sell candles on our behalf, and each of those 10 people was willing to find 10 people of their own to sell candles on their behalf, we could reap the benefits of their work without ever having to do a thing on our own.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Ponzi the Lesser taught me this spell.
My kind of thing is simply just to find people who will sell the candles, tell them to sell at a fair price, tell them what I want to get back for the sandal candles they've sold. If I don't give them money, then
you turn them into skeletons.
Oh God, no! You send skeletons to go take them.
Your skeletons are collection agents, you're saying?
Well, the ones that I paid for, yes. But I,
That's pretty novel, actually. I mean, if a skeleton shows up, you're going to pay him, right?
Exactly.
Are we willing to stay here for the night? Because, or for a shift, I mean.
For what?
I think we're rested out of character. I think we just took a shift.
Well, I'm just saying this is my only opportunity that I've had in now 12 game sessions to learn a spell, and I would require a shift to do so.
I mean,
that's fine. We
maybe
can.
if
I can.
Wait. You want to learn now here with me?
Do you have
today?
finger foods
with all these people?
Yeah.
I can't
make some candles.
Don't you have
Don't
you have like a sitting room, a
I can retire back
mundane library?
upstairs.
I'd be very happy there. Brains would be happy in the kitchen.
Yeah, I can make candles while you're doing it. There's plenty of wax right here in this cauldron.
I could write down your entire inventory of candles, and you could take it when we go back to town and say, "Hey, here's where you can order these candles." I'll even do some drawings.
It's a whole marketing scheme he's working on
That
over
is
there.
that is very interesting, having a inventory that they can pictures as opposed to just saying this is the new candle that's came about and people will go for it.
I'm a fair-handed illustration
it's also
as well.
better than simply saying, your village could burn down if you don't have candles or some of that. It's
little more of a honey than the.
Less of a honey than a flame, but as my dad always used to say,
Okay,
why
look,
don't you fight fire with fire?
Show me where the candles
you should
are.
fight
I'll
everything
start
with fire,
I'll start
actually.
the inventory while you teach the spell.
Yeah, this seems like there's people, literally your wolf man is stealing things off my shelves.
Who's stealing?
What do you mean the kitchen where he can eat something and he'll be fine?
Why would I have
you mean the duck?
Okay, look, you people don't seem to understand. This is a workshop. I don't live here. I don't expect to have guests here, which is why when you came knocking, it was very rude. And then you didn't bring cake because I don't have a kitchen or a larder here.
Well, you don't have a sign that says bring cake. I mean, who does that? Who expects cake?
Can we just go to where the candles and the book and the learning is?
Wait. You don't bring cake when you go to... Where are you?
Usually people ask when you're visiting what they want you to bring.
No, if you're going to someone's house, you cake something like flowers,
you don't bring
or
just
wine,
cake.
or a
What?
cake.
Who just bring? You asked specifically for cake.
Yeah, that's what I really want.
Well, we didn't know. So how are you blaming us for this? This is absurd.
You came here.
I've got fish.
Wait,
we got fish.
We have some pretty nice fish.
He picks up the letter and goes, "You literally went through my mail."
I did not go through your mail. That's absurd.
We finished the delivery of your mail.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
there's that.
No courier fee.
I'm going to make some candles. This is intriguing.
You can't have... You can just
these hands have been touched by divine inspiration.
I can't just make candles. You have to...
As you're saying that, are you doing like the children's, you dip your hands in the wax and get the wax?
Actually, yes, I will. Look. I wasn't, but since you said that.
They're holding together.
If you teach me the spells, I'll buy a candle.
Very well. I mean, it'd be more than buying a candle. I mean, you're buying a lot of candles, but you're buying the special holiday candle, which is what I really want. Selling that's going to be great. So
yes, Dragon's Day candles, love them.
So, as for the rest of you,
yes,
I would say don't burn the place down, but you might.
got all the candles.
I'm going to make some candles.
So light, because it's a magic trick, will take me a shift to learn, and protector, because it's an actual spell, will take me. I'm sorry. Light will take a stretch. Protector will take a shift.
Very well. Well, come here, my mellowed friend. What is your name again?
You can call me Quiverwing.
Very well, Quivering. Stand here next to me. He will he will put his book away and go, all right. He takes out a small ceramic kitty, touches you on the shoulder, and smashes it on the ground. The rest of you, they disappear.
Oh, thank God.
They're gone.
I start going through the shelves.
Well, I'm going to make some candles.
The skeletons are still there.
Skeletons
They're
are
still
there.
there.
They just sort of look around, watching, trying to keep an eye on just the wolf. Really little. But that's the main problem is him. One does watch you start making candles and just sort of shakes his head.
He didn't say
I'm going to look for books.
And I rolled a 6 on crafting, and I have a crafter, so I can make some candles, damn it.
You can, and there's like a really amazing number of scents you can mix in. They have like little places you can mix it, and then there's molds and so forth.
I have a field day.
The mold shapes tend to be very,
phallic.
Well, yes.
This is the Cincy episode.
Yeah,
A lot of different candles that you can make.
Our new sponsor.
So,
should do a mock Marshall.
Audible wink.
Yeah.
But
with spells such as Wizard's Tate.
Wizards.
So why don't you give me a search as you look around for various other books? There's no actual library. Things are just sort of stuffed on shelves and everything else.
Yeah. What do you want for that?
I don't even know. I should do maybe
spot hidden.
Yeah, we'll go with spot hidden.
All right. Straight roll.
Straight roll. Quivering.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the rules for learning magic. Magic tricks take no roll. I just have to spend a stretch to learn it from somebody who's willing to teach me.
Okay.
For an actual spell, I have to have a prerequisite. If it doesn't exist, then I'm fine there. And there is no prerequisite for protector, other than having a school of magic of some kind, which I do. Then I have to spend one shift learning the spell, but I can't activate the spell until the end of the game session. So, whatever. You must then use an advancement mark. I'm not sure what that means for the school to learn the new spell. Trying to increase your skill level in the school.
That means that at the end of the day, we're doing the advancements.
Yeah.
And if you have one advancement that you've got, you can use one of your marks to do that. You spend it.
So I see. Instead of rolling, I just get it by spending it. Then I make a roll against intelligence with a boon. On a success, I can learn the spell. Okay. So protector is going to be hard to do. Light is it's a gimme. Quite frankly, if he has other magic tricks, I would learn those too. Open close and repair close are the only other two that.
As far as trick, he has sense magic as well.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Yeah, it's just slight sense magic, but the other ones.
I could teach him fetch or flick if he would accept that as a trade.
Sure.
Okay.
You're still buying a candle as far as it's concerned.
Yes, I am absolutely going to buy a candle. Well, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I buy a candle?
So, assuming they haven't burned the place down. Yes.
So I had a spot hidden at 15. I rolled a 15.
Oh.
That, I mean, meets it, beats it, right?
Meets it, beats it.
As they say at Rolled Standard.
Found a number of things of interest since you are a nosy little man. You find a number of books, a couple of maps and charts, a pile of notes. The first book you find is The Doom of the Mighty Island Realm of the Mallard, Appendix. So it's actually none of the books, just the appendix referring to these other volumes.
The Doom of the Isle of Mallard.
Doom of the Mighty Island Realm of the Mallard. Appendices. It's like, refer to volume 13 on the Great Empire's Ship Navy. You're like, nothing else. It's literally just referring to different pages of this collection of, assuming you think about maybe 20 books about the supposed history of this mysterious island where the Mallards came from, but nothing actually useful except for maybe just names, which could be useful.
It's absolutely useless. Okay.
Well, to you, I mean.
You, a book about the Knights of the Crimson Corset.
That sounds like a bodice ripper.
Well, it's actually just a matter of them just
it totally does.
Order of Knights, which is trying to protect those upon the roads and the byways. They step in first where no one else will go.
Okay. Is it a real thing?
The Knights of the Crimson Corset?
Yeah.
It is now, yes. It's in every one of my fantasy games.
Oh, it is now, yeah.
You need your red shirts. I mean, your anyway.
I really thought it just had a knight with a surprisingly revealing set of armor and hair blowing in the wind on the front.
It still probably has that too. There is a book concerning the island of Windhelm and other watery haunts. And a book simply titled Where Do the Centaurs Run?
Brains. I found a book for you.
But
here, look. It's mostly pictures.
Ooh.
I love how none of you are at all concerned that I just disappeared in a puff of smoke. It just poof and went away.
The charts and diagrams are of celestial objects and orbits.
Hey, guys, what the fuck happened to our friend? Was that good?
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
You're my friend.
Way to go, Kupo. Way to go.
I really, somebody was here and they're gone now. Like, where?
Oh.
Anybody notice this?
I mean, he did just disappear in a puff of smoke.
Look at this cool candle I made.
That
it's two middle fingers.
That's
exactly. These are the best candles ever. This candle maker sucks.
I mean, you do realize that the most effective person against skeletons just disappeared. He also needs to be the most effective against ghost and shades and
This is also why I backed out of the room.
I just think it's not. And I'm saying this from the top of the stairs. It's terrible. I think it's horrible that he's disappeared. Someone with gumption should go look for him.
I mean, I'm looking for the books when I'm finished.
Oh,
yeah. I guess I'll start looking around behind the tapestries
but he went
and stuff.
voluntarily. He wanted to learn. I mean,
there's nothing behind the tapestries. You do notice that the large oval windows, well, actually, for some are not actually windows. They appear to be just, amazingly, some sort of like clear glass panes that look into the black lake, and the stars you saw were some sort of bioluminescent fish that are swimming around in there.
Oh, so those are, you could actually like go through those things. I could just step right through if I wanted to.
I started backing up the stairs.
Wait the fuck? Wait a minute here.
How do you plan on? Okay.
Okay.
Would you like me to get out of your way? Because I still have never left the entrance of the room.
Most people are working around their way, around trying to get around behind you. Like I don't think
I take a step backwards onto the top stair over the grate without actually getting on the grate, because that's all that's been on my mind.
Things seem to have got a bit sideways.
So currently in the chamber is Dane, who is still rifling through various books and volumes and things and piles he's finding here and there. Balor, who has finished his third fuck you candle.
Yes, excellent.
And Brain, who is going to try and go through a window. There's no obvious mechanism for opening, but
okay, but
he's got a hammer. That's his mechanism.
I touch it, and I tap, and it's glass.
Yeah, it feels like glass.
So yeah, I'm like looking at it, and is there a frame around it or no? Or is it just like a hole in the wall with glass in it? It looks like
a hole in the wall with glass in it.
I like lean back and look at one of the skeletons like Bony Boys, how do you open these?
The one that shows attention you've got, he's easy because he's been watching the entire time. He just shakes his head left to right.
I look down at my hammer. I look at the window and I look back at the skeleton. So you're not going to tell me how to open this?
I don't think they can talk.
They lack the larynx, tongue, esophagus, air, diaphragm, all of that.
They're walking around.
He looks over at the shelf with the ceramic skulls on them, looks back at you, and shakes your head no.
Okay.
Am I aware of Brains doing this at this point? Or no?
Shouting out loud, hey, how do I open this?
He's shouting about opening something. You don't really know what that is because you can take a look at it and see that. But yeah, anybody else who is, like Balor, you're making candles, but you could see he's shouting at the skeleton while pointing at them.
Well, I'll put my candles down and walk over and say, "What are you trying to accomplish here?"
I mean, there's a window here. There's got to be a way to open it, right? Look, there's
walk over,
glowing
look at the
things
window.
there.
It's got fish in it, you said?
Well, you look and you can see like bioluminescent fish swim past.
It's a fish tank. Right? It's, Does it feel like glass and like a?
It feels like glass.
All right, there's no opening.
There is no opening.
This is a fish tank. I don't think you have to go on the top. Is there a mechanism on top?
What the
No,
fuck?
I mean it's an oval shaped sort of like opening. It's about maybe a meter in height and maybe like a half a meter wide.
Well, that's interesting.
There's two of them between the three tapestries.
Like, don't you want to get one of those glowing fish?
Let me see. Spot
does it?
hidden. Let me make a spot hidden roll. See if there's anything. Oh, I failed it. There's nothing hidden here. I failed it by 1.
Okay, you see nothing that's hidden there. Quivering.
Yes.
You arrive in a meadow. And not too far, there seems to be a really nice-looking sort of cottage-like house. Out in the field, wearing a large sun hat, appears to be a skeleton who is gardening. He just walks by to his front door, goes to the front door and opens it up. And you can smell, it smells like lemon cakes that have just been freshly baked. Come on in.
This is where you live, huh?
Well, yes, we can. But who live? Yes.
It's lovely. Thank you for inviting me to your home.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I so rarely receive unexpected guests who don't bring cake, and yet decide to teach them.
I'll be sure to bring cake next time I can stop by.
That is definitely a thing. He does stop in the kitchen, and there is a skeleton that's wearing an apron sitting in there, dipping a pen and currently putting a pen of some lemon cakes down.
Your skeleton is wearing an apron. Is he afraid of getting his bones dirty?
Well, I just think keeping things, at least normal is probably best for me. Otherwise, you get.
Yeah, I imagine things will get weird with a bunch of skeletons around.
And then skeletons around all the time, constantly shuffling and never wearing very good clothes. And you're sitting there, and I just want Mommy to come, and she never does, and she just sends the nanny skeleton, and it doesn't look like a nanny at all. Things are bad, you don't want those kind of things.
Is this an actual physical home, or is this on some sort of ethereal plane?
Oh, no, this is my actual home. It's not very far from the place, yes. Teleport spell only has so much of a range. You can't go to other dimensions with it.
Finally, somebody who speaks English. Anyway.
Well, I'm willing to trade you for that one spell.
Sure.
But for 10 gold, you could possibly use a grimoire that I have in my library.
Have I earned 10 gold on this trip yet?
No.
Not even close, right?
I have 6 silver, so...
Well, I mean, all the stuff that we've picked up that we were going to buy and divvy up and all that
Once you
stuff.
go back to town, you probably will have at least 10 gold worth of, 10 gold worth of stuff.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have 10 gold right now, although it's a generous offer.
The shields are worth 12.
But assuming they don't destroy the tower or damage it terribly, you can always come back there again once you do.
No, that's fair. But for now, you are willing to teach me Protector and Light, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. And for that, I will show you Fetch and Flick.
Yes. So you will
And I will buy a candle.
Yes, you will. His house does have a number of candles.
Yeah.
In various places, but and it does smell pleasant. But yeah, he will take you through the kitchen, through the room to what is apparently, obviously, the arcane study room with a number of volumes and books, appropriate magic circles written everywhere, various charts that say mage and mage stuff, and kind of thing, and posters with mottos like abracad fuck you,
Abracad fuck you.
So, and he will begin sitting there and teach you. And at an appropriate time, a skeletal servant will bring tea and cakes. Meanwhile, back at the fish tanks, Bane, he is not satisfied you at all, Brain, with his poking. Dane, you do see on a high shelf on Well, actually, no. I mean, among the notes, there appears to be a sketch drawing which says Sigma's Enigma, which has a beautifully illustrated illustration of a book that appears to be burnished with bronze with a large eye. It says in the notes, made with ivory and lapis, which dominate with rays of light coming from it. It's sort of a description of the book, but it's not on this page. That's buried among the notes. But you don't see the actual book here yet.
I'll make a copy.
Okay. The rest of you. You've been here for already about 15 minutes since he's probably disappeared, I guess. I don't know.
So I walked up the stairs to the tower to see what the state of affairs is up there to make sure we're not getting, invaded by other bad things.
Now give me an awareness roll.
That's a dragon.
Nice.
Ooh.
You do not see the possible intrusion inside the tower, but you do hear in the distance the baying of miserable beast.
Uh-oh, shit.
Well, I will go up the level to see if I can see him out the window up topside.
Going topside, and scurrying up there, you do see him. He appears to be, you can see it, like it's hard to see the trees, but it appears to be like one of the small clearings not too far from the lake. Because you can see, the lake is in a pretty clearing open in the trees there. That he's currently sort of bucking and baying as a group of sort of people are trying to corral him, or at least try to at least capture him in some way.
What? People?
Yep.
Okay, well, I will run downstairs and inform the party that Miserable Beast has found some trouble.
But it will take you some
go
time
save
to,
him.
you can. I mean, you run downstairs and tell them that.
Yes.
Oh, we leave. Fuck, go get him. Gotta go get him.
That is your turnips and all your other stuff that you're on it.
He's got all our stuff.
Yes. Yeah, we're going. I'm fucking running up the stairs.
I'll leave a note. Oh.
My candles.
Went to help miserable beast.
Brains, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Miserable.
No, I yelled down the stairwell. Tell him we went to get cake. Entenmann's.
So, it will take you some time once again to just navigate through the roots and trees and so forth as you dig in. But knowing your way in makes it much faster to get out. And you emerged eventually from the trees. There is a group of 6 individuals who have made a semicircle around Miserable Beast. There probably was a 7th, but the person seems to have been stomped on the ground or something, you know. And they seem a bit wary of the creature. They have, and a number of them have the daggers drawn.
Stop right there.
Yeah, it's like,
and
may we help you, gentlemen?
They are a bit startled when you appear. They're a bit wary of taking their eyes off of you, taking your eyes off of Miserable Beast, but one turns and says, we are just humble travelers, and we came across this animal. We thought maybe we could probably get it back to its owner, or at least something. And
that involves the daggers. How exactly?
It's very dangerous. It literally stopped.
Was that before or after the daggers came out?
Oh, the daggers came out after. Is this your beast?
It is.
Yes.
We are so very sorry for this misunderstanding. If you could just call it off so we can see to our compatriot.
Well, we'll get him and pull him aside.
Seems a bit of an out of the way place for some people to happen upon another's donkey, wouldn't you say?
We were looking for water, says one of them.
What?
And we found it. And we were looking for water. There's a donkey by the water. We just thought, it was as it was. Why are you so far out here in the
That's none of
woods?
that's none of your business. Thank you. You're trying to take our donkey. We need compensation.
We were trying. I guess we were trying to, and hopefully find a way out of, and some help, I guess. I mean, we found the water, so we hoped maybe his owner, being kind folk like yourself, would be able to.
Well, we could be forgiving if you happen to have any cake on you.
You know, sort of stop. And everyone was like, what did he?
You fucking heard me. Do you have any cake?
He goes, no, we have no cake today, sir.
Kill them!
Damn it! We're all out of cake. Oh, death it is.
Do you have any toast?
Yeah.
You say...
Yes,
well,
toast.
Flapjacks.
It's like
Toast.
flat cake. Toast.
He goes, and one goes, he goes, I done? She goes, no, we don't have... Wait, we have raw toast?
All right, that'll do.
Okay, if you eat raw toast, that'll be fine.
Any fruit
I think
spread
it's safe
or...
to eat, I suppose. Todd, give him the raw toast. The bread? Yes! So he'll reach in and hand you a piece of bread.
Thank you.
Would you like a turnip?
No, we're good, thanks. One of them will go check out the...
Nobody wants the turnips.
Somebody would check out the person who's been stomped on the ground a few paces away, a few meters away. He's alive! Good. Yay!
That's a first.
I think Miserable Beast is losing its touch.
Yes.
He's feeling generous today.
You're lucky we came when we did.
Yes. I was certain that...
You could all be dead now.
I was certain that Hillballs would probably be killed by your donkey.
Yeah, I don't even see any bites taken out of him.
No, Grim has a couple, I suspect, as well as Algot. But I am fine, and so's Todd.
Did you say Grim, Algot, and Todd?
It's Grim,
There's
Algot, Hervold. He hasn't given his name, nor has the woman given her name, and then there was Todd.
There's always a Todd.
Nobody likes Todd anyway.
Fucking Todd. It's worse than fucking Kevin. At that note, you've met us at the party. It was looking for water. You've gotten back your donkey. Quivering is still missing with this possible necromancer mage.
Yeah.
No, he's a candle maker.
I'm sure he's fine.
I mean, it's well established that he's a candle maker.
And that is when, Dane, you notice when Todd is shoving the rest of the bread back into his bag, the symbol on his arm.
Dun dun dun.
Do I speak Elven?
I don't know. I have no idea if you speak Elvish.
Well, I'm going to say that we do.
I mean, I speak Elvish.
I mean, basically, you just make a skill roll to understand. It's really kind of weird. Like, do I speak Elvish? You could. You just need to try and roll it. Otherwise, you're mispronouncing it terribly. Yeah, it's like, no.
Are they all human? Are they Elvish? What are
they appear to be all of human kin, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of to speak Elvish.
What does the symbol look like, though?
I roll a 3 on my out of 12. So, and I will say in Elvish, they're the Demon King cultists.
Hey all you journers out there, this is Journey Sitwell. If you're new to this channel, we're all about searching out the mysteries of the supernatural and trying to disprove what doesn't sit well with us. On today's special episode, I thought we could do a little introduction to the members of my new investigative team. Let's get started with my friend Dan. Hi Dan!
Hi, my name is Dan Ryan, and I go to college, and that is all, and I am normal. Can you get the camera off me, please?
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Dan. And this is Mordecai.
Yo, what's up, dude? Is it cool if I burn for this?
Okay, look, Mordecai, I don't want to get demonetized. Can you please just put that away right now, please? Stop.
Yeah, one sec. Okay, what's up, everybody? I'm Mordecai Spellbridges, and I'm a friend to magical creatures and beings alike, including Dan, my best friend.
Great! Thanks, guys. And now for the sponsor of this week's episode. This week's sponsor is, Memester of the Week.
Memester of the Week is a Monster of the Week actual play podcast starring these three weirdos as they go investigate strange happenings and fight what goes bump in the night.
You can find Memester of the Week wherever you listen to podcasts, if you're a podcast person. That's all for today's video. How does that sit with you? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more spooky content, and hit that bell to be notified whenever I release a new spooky episode. See ya!
Oh, I am drinking.
Oh, there you are. Hey, Sean.
Nordic Jam.
That's tasty. I always like Nordic Jam.
Lager with Nordic.
Oh, you mean in the
fruits.
can?
Yes. You like some Nordic Jam in the can?
Oh, it doesn't in the can. Who's doing the jam and who's doing the can? That's the question.
I assume
Yeah,
it's
switch it
him.
up once in a while. It's fine.
Yeah, it's always good to switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be so one-dimensional, Sean.
Check out our Patreon.
What? Oh,
Shut up. We have a Patreon. Shut up.
yeah. Maybe by then.
yes, our
Special awards to people who find it.
Yes.
If
If someone
please let
else
us know in the link.
makes a Patreon for us,
But if you're unlucky, you'll find Nathan's Only Dads.
Oh.
And if you're really unlucky, you'll find Matt's.
And Matt's is called Only Nads.
Don't click on the link that says the whole hog.
Jeez. No.
we love
All right. On that note,
I'm gonna give up on the internet now. This is not worth it.
All right,
Now
I'm
it
gonna
is
stop
time
recording.
for us to stop recording. Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Hi, this is Matt, the co-host of the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast, and you've been listening to our latest actual play, Mirth, Magic, and Mayhem, using the Dragonbane Ttrpg from Free League Publishing, based on the classic Swedish role-playing game Drakar. If you like what you hear, please follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and anywhere else you find podcasts. We also really appreciate feedback and chatting with folks, so feel free to tweet us, comment on our YouTube, or leave us a review so we can reach even more people. You can also visit our website at www.theaarpgs.com, where you can read more about the cast, listen to old episodes, and even shop our store for cool geek chic merchandise. This story features Malcolm and Nathan as co-GMs. Malcolm will also be playing the role of Karin, a halfling bard. Nathan will be playing the role of Brains, a wolfkin thief. Our players for this story are Tyr as Dane Ringson, a human scholar. Sean as Baelor Banefire, a dwarven smith. Chris as Sigurd, an elven huntress. Anthony as Corrigan Stonehammer, a halfling fighter. And Tim as Quiverring, the Mallard Mage. Character artwork created by Nemesis to Anthony Cupo and friend of the show, Jody P. Schaefer, whose work you may recognize from Metacopolis, Marikari, Megas XLR, and MTV's Downtown. Contact him when the time is right. You'll know how and when. Music licensed through Dark Fantasy Studios and SoundCube. Sound effects by Nathan, using Krotos Weaponizer, Studio, and Dehumanizer, using libraries from Boom Library, SoundCube, Krotos, and his own recordings. So thank you again for taking time to sit down with us at our gaming table. And until next time, remember, you're never too old to roll.